But, and here is my first piece of advice if you're thinking about getting into the podcast game. And this piece of advice, I guess, applies not just to starting a podcast, but also to all facets of your professional and probably personal life. I published my first podcast episode 3 years and 10 months ago. But for the first 3 years, I was never, ever consistent with my podcast. When I started, 1 month I might release an episode, and then there might be a gap of like 2 months or 3 months or a couple of weeks. Then I'd pop up with another episode, and then there'd be a huge gap again, and so on and so on and so on. And whenever I was consistent and managed to publish predictably every Monday for several weeks in a row, the podcast audience would grow and grow and grow. And you could see on the graph that the podcast growth was compounding. If I then took a month off, it was almost like I was back to square one again.